Hello guys, we are live on Queen Street, Whole Foods. Nice setting, nice end of the day sun time. So, gonna do a variety discussion here on all matters. Aloha, Jim, fallacious, good prompt tuning in here. In addition to you, Trumpy. So, when I title something a super breakdown, it means I'm going to talk extensively, as sometimes I do, about a whole series of issues and see if I can derive some conclusions. And greetings, Nicotino. To see if I can get to some conclusions here and just try and just try to come up with some positions or whatever it is. Just come up with take at least a perspective, right? So I always notice details, by the way, like this here. See the cap's missing. Details are important. Details like, for example, the lights that you see in that looks like he's going for it there. The lights that you see, and check these guys out too, having a nice evening dinner. Like, you know how in headlights, how sometimes the name of the car, like Mercedes, will be written in the headlight. All types of details. Greetings, Mr. Nani. Alright, so yeah, I like this brickwork. All this stone is expensive. It's lava stone. And what's the deal with, like, there's a couple oddities that I've noticed about in Hawaii, like there's a restriction on taking lava stone out, but because it's considered sacred, quote unquote. But there's so much of it, and it's a valuable stone. It could make the people money in Hawaii, including the quote unquote native Hawaiians. Some of them who think that don't take all this nice lava stone off the island. Look at all this, man. And the same goes with the whole idea of the monarchy. It's just cut lava rock. See how nice it looks. See how you see it. It's just very nice. In any case, let's see. Let's see here. Thanks for the encouragement on. Right on, Jimmy. Hey, Pebs. Seishti. Yeah, so we're live here, and we're just trying to figure some things out. We're trying to do a little analysis and address different issues. One of them being the back and forth issue with myself and Mr. G. I think it's pretty concluded at this point. What I'm going to do or not do, I'm going to just leave him to, his business and mine to my own, and just try to, wish him well, express appreciation for the past, but I have new pursuits, and he has his agenda, which is different from mine, and I think my impression is at least he and I can respect that for each other. But in any case, is that right, Big Jim? Let's see the nice stone effect here. A lot of cool work here. Uh, but remember, guys, if you really look around at people and look at whatever it is, the buildings that they have or anything like that, people, hey, Miss Lynn, the truth is nobody, nobody is better than anyone else. You might think somebody has a nicer body, but when you really examine, see, that's the value of really closely scrutinizing people and situations. It really allows you to see, it allows you to see the truth, and the truth is that the physical world is imperfect. The ego makes it think like, oh, if you have something or a certain body or house, you're somehow more than something else. Reality is we're not. We're all intertied, and anyone could have incarnated into anyone's bodies. One, and two, everyone will. In the next incarnation, they might end up in some poor country or family. So in order to transcend that and navigate that complication, my goal is to just empower with knowledge that I have, and empower others to seek certain things that are priceless, don't have an associated cost beyond just human interaction. In other words, there are certain costly pursuits that people have, which, may be taxing to the environment or themselves, be it preferences or interests in all types of luxuries, or thinking that, you're the only way to derive joy is that, the reason people pursue all this fancy stuff is because they want connection with people. The reason people generally want like expensive things is maybe because they want respect or credibility, which you can generate in other ways. Okay, the easiest way to get attention and fun is to dance on the street corner or on the side, for example. The easiest way to thanks, Shiesty. The easiest way to get credibility is to earn it gradually by, for example, maybe doing positive stuff on your Facebook account, just having a profile of yourself, like a website or something that shows that you're, all these guys crucified. Yeah. Alright. That was cool. See, we got some nice towers in the background. This is oceanfront. Right. And in any case, good one, nothing. Hey, Peter. Thanks for all your commentary. Right. So, what a lot of the times the reason that people buy things is actually to make people smile, like do stuff to life. And I'm saying it in the context of, like, let's say somebody in Africa or whatever, just someplace. I shouldn't say that. Just any place where there's a lot of poverty. People enjoy themselves and they're joyful. So let's combine that. I mean, the future we're getting into, guys, is a future where, machines will make life easy, such that we can make an enjoyable life, and not have to be so worried about having a high quality standard of living, and machines being able to achieve that result. But that, that goes with a little responsibility. You have to still realize that you have to be creative and work. There are certain, like for example, one of the biggest industries in the world is driving, and that'll be taken over by machines, right? Especially with trains. But there are other industries, such as massage therapy, general trades work. And in the future, people will be more intelligent, I feel, and there'll be more like basic needs met, and so there won't be as much crime. That's a double-edged sword, though, because you see what happens when people are given too much. They can get spoiled. Like, people think, oh great, it's so great to have riches and be a spoiled kid, but if you actually look at how these people are, you see that it's not a positive or desirable thing. What is positive, however, is having an understanding of that so that it won't happen. Nicotino's suggesting, like to think we are quote unquote puppets, okay, controlled by people like Elon Musk. That's another issue to consider. Like, what if somebody has a lot of power, or that people give them, or they have like a lot of physical power, like access to weaponry, or maybe the internet. Like, let's say if you're have an authority position in Google, you can possibly, or Facebook, you can possibly have power over other people, because people wouldn't want you to cancel Facebook or Google or whatever it is, Walmart. So there's gray areas, but this kind of leads me into the subject matter of quote unquote conspiracy theories and the Illuminati, and I want to express everything that my current thoughts on the matter. Okay. My greetings, Briton. Is that the real? Yeah, it's not the real Briton. In any case, so there's different elements to it. One of them is conspiracy theorists, or what might be also termed people who expose reality or hard truth. A lot of them are, in my experience, unhappy people that like to make people afraid and like to kind of bully people and just repeat the same stuff over and over, and it becomes like a religion, and it's not really useful. Like, for example, they might repeat the same stuff over and over, but what's the practical application? Like, okay, does that mean we start using alternative forms of currency so that people don't have control over us because they control the currency? That's an idea. Or how about just using less? Like, if you have a high overhead, if you have a high cost of living, your lifestyle costs a lot, then you may have to do things you otherwise wouldn't want to in order to survive. And that's the big danger of having kids in this day and age, because the irony is, you'd think people with children would be more credible, but I think in a way that they're less credible, because they are forced and compelled to do things that they might otherwise not want to do in order to help their kids to survive. So that's just a thought. Just thinking out loud here. And glad you guys are willing to consider, chime in. Let's see. Like I said yesterday, Mr. Bill Boss, for being, trying to make fun or belittle me, all that does is generate negative karma for you. So it's actually I don't think it's useful for you. If you really don't like me or my perspectives, then, go ahead and uh, focus on something that you do like, because you're basically wasting your valuable time on somebody like me. Greetings, Cletus, Cody. Thanks for the humor. Good one, Nicotino. Yeah, the story behind that bill is, it's out of character. It would be out of character for me to have done that. The reason that occurred was because I had given somebody else, the guy I was with, who I treated, I got him coffee as well. He got cold. He's the one who poured the coffee, and so I wasn't aware of it being cold, quote unquote. Universities for different people. Maybe Grizz, I don't know. It depends on the style of IRL that I want to provide. For me, the university is, it's kind of something where you want to learn a trade. Some people just do it in order to be, because they think they should, but really, you want to do it for something because you want to specifically learn a trade, and you're investing your time and money in learning something for the future. You can also use it to, how do I say, meet people. That can be a benefit of going to colleges. But in any case, hey Frederick, the idea, I think I even recommended to Mr. G, the idea of a GX is a bad idea because it kind of makes him the focal point, like he's the authority or manager of the network, and I think it's better for it to be like something like, IRL for everyone, something like that. But in any case, it's just, I usually keep it a secret what's the agenda is. But we do have something coming up here that I will be capturing on film. So back to the idea of like conspiracy theorists, like they say that, oh, it's the truth, you can't handle the truth, but the way it's portrayed sometimes is negative, and therefore, even if it truly occurred or it's a true event, it's really the real question, underlying question is, who really did things? What's the source of evil? And the source of evil is in everyone, I argue. I think we all have flaws, that we participate in destructive, not constructive activities towards others. Even such things as, for example, letting people do bad things, and societies and people, promoting the idea of, it's okay not to do a murder on someone. What do you call it? Not murder, but to execute someone. Like, the idea of not executing someone could make it so we have to feed somebody for 30 years of their life, and that could be very costly. So I think certain people who do evil acts should be gotten off this planet and allowed, so that way they can incarnate into their next lives. But you see, the whole, at least in America, a lot of the justice system or the philosophy behind it, I think, is based upon the Christian ideology. So, but the point being that what's this quote-unquote source of evil? in my experience, people who are conspiracy, quote unquote, theorists, they sometimes are the source of evil. They're mean. They're trying to intimidate people with hard truth. And by the way, truth is a relative concept. Like you can understand something and it be real, but if you talk about it every day and are going over it, what happens is it becomes like a repeated mantra where it influences the mind. Kind of like, how do I say, what propaganda. It becomes like propaganda if you're saying all the time, oh, the Illuminati or the government are responsible for all the world's problems. It's a deference of responsibility. It's saying that somebody else should figure it out instead of yourself. And we want to in what way am I quote unquote backstabber, Miss Nessa? CCAM. Please keep it clean in the chat, guys. CCAM is suggesting he's really angry at me for, I sleep at parks at night sometimes, and yes, I do masturbate, like I think is normal, and no, there's nobody around. Let's see. No, I'm not going to Mr. G's house. I, have since decided not to be around him because of our lifestyle differences and, differences of opinion. But in any case, let's see. In any case, like I was saying, I like to be kind of try to have an understanding of how the world works, and like, should the government be a republic? I'm sure some of you, who are aware, you may have looked into like what's the republic. It's not true, CCAM. I find bushes behind, and such where I sleep. So yeah, and by the way, Mr. Paul Danino has yet to apologize for his false accusations, or at least confirming that I'm, of good character and respectful. But we can see that he may, his karma may be experiencing his karma of ignoring people that were actually trying to help him and be a legitimate friend. Like I actually tried to. I extended myself to him via communicating via Twitter and his business email. He did not respond. But it's all right. It's sometimes it's sometimes the most important thing is not what other people in external circumstances do, but what you do in your own world. Good joke, Dean. I'm not sure, Mr. CCAM, what the significance of me living outside is. I don't see how it really bears relevance to. It's kind of that's my personal life. It's a choice I make, a choice to provide interesting content and websites and focus on concept development instead of work a job and make income there. to try to have, a quote unquote house and such. And am I mature and focused enough to actually do that? Actually work, a 9 to 5 or start my own business? And maybe I think I'm getting in that direction, but uh, good joke, Jello. Yeah, the sleep streams are kind of strange. The idea of a sleep stream. I think it's peculiar that anyone would want to. Well, I guess if you include the TTS and whatnot, it can be humorous. They might wake people up. But at the sleep stream, the one thing I did was I always did a friendly, like, all right, guys, let's rest super well and encourage each other to get some sound sleep. And me, like I interject humor, and I keep the mood light. I keep things fun. But I'm making my way in the direction of a particular content. Let's see. Oh, right, I see what you mean, Jello. AC. The point is, even though I quote unquote am homeless, I think that has a negative connotation. I really you say, it's. I'm gonna try and grab this cooler so it's not a trash item. We want to keep the place looking civilized. And me, since even though I don't make much money, I don't pay tax on my cash earned income. So this is my way of contributing to society. By picking up trash. So, bottom line is, I kind of address the matters of. I kind of address the issues of the conspiracy theories, and it doesn't really matter if they're true or not. What matters is the source of evil, and it's simple, like, you can really simplify things to their common denominator, which is somebody operating towards being fearful, or are they operating towards love and respect? And sometimes it's not possible to be loving, but the least you can do is you can give people space. When you're upset, when other people are upset, it's useful to give others space. And as far as thanks for the warning, CCAM. I'm not sure. Hey, CE. Hey, Bill. Hey, steroids. Yeah, it's my intent to, avoid Britain as well. He's got his dangerous stuff. No, I don't receive any assistance from the government, and I think I was wrong to talk about Mr. G's personal life in relationship to that. I'll just generalize by saying that I think anyone who does receive money from the government, I feel like they shouldn't pursue the amenities and luxuries of life in such things as cigarettes or marijuana, or even having pets. It's kind of an amenity, and to have to. You guys get what I'm saying, right? I mean, you good jokes, steroids, whatever it is. Oh, you guys are asking me questions that, I don't think are relevant to being positive. Oh, so you live over here, Peter. That's cool. Yeah. All right. So, in any case, guys, we're making our way from point A to point B. And what are we doing? Checking out the chat and just kind of showing you guys what we're seeing. Here, I want you guys to get a little visual in a nice setting here, Hilton Hawaiian Village. Nice environment. Trying to keep the place clean. Okay. Lot of nice settings going on here. Yeah. So, what else is on the table for discussion? I'll wrap up the subject of the conspiracy theories and the quote-unquote Illuminati by saying that it's for the individual to decide what real-world moves they're going to make to be in the direction of being kind, respectful, and loving. You know, it's for them to make a choice to do that. And instead of saying that other people are responsible or have the authority to be, they make all the laws, they're in control. Like, even the very saying that empowers, in theory, the Illuminati are bad people or just greedy people. And the bottom line is, the concept of love or being respectful all has to do with the fourth chakra. So responsibly activating your first chakra needs, not being dependent upon other people to do so. Then your second chakra desires, then your third chakra wants or whatnot. Just take care of all that yourself so that you're not, don't get leveraged by others. Let's see. Fair consideration, AC. Here's the deal about quote-unquote love. I mean, hey there, Poe, good humor. If you look at my website, everybody, or if you look at thenewrelationships.com, you'll see that I describe love as being, the theme of love being respecting other people and respecting yourself and your dreams, and in turn your future dream mate. And in the past, yes, I used to participate in, I'd say, lower chakra activities and had low self-esteem, so I engage in activities that are undesirable. But now I care about and love myself more, and I respect myself and other people. Like, okay, you have to understand. Well, first of all, there's two different types of prostitutes. There's one that have emotional problems and they're mentally ill, or they're just unhappy, and so they're participating in, or they're poor, so they're participating in undesirable activities, or they're actually whores or sluts, which even when there's no monetary exchange, some people are into that. Like there may be a monetary exchange. It may be a spouse, or coming from a poor country, or just being quote unquote a gold digger, or whatever you want to call it. The point being that it's worth examining what people are doing. And if you really care about people, you wouldn't want to seduce them with your money or your body, or combinations of that. um, so what's the point though? What am I getting at here? What am I getting at here? That's a fair consideration, Mr. Cody. See, here's the one big thing that mistake people make. They don't realize that the value of daily daily chakra activation. They don't. They don't realize the value of the second chakra, and they use unnatural alternatives like drugs and alcohol, which actually decreases as we know, your sexual virility. And Mr. Cody's asking the concept of, do I love Mr. G, quote unquote. Here's my response to that. Okay? The idea of love, all right? The idea of love is, it has to do with what you're committed to. AGMF. Get some nice Hawaiian music in the background here. As you guys know, it's my second day. Yesterday I was in the tourist area. So just a nice sunset here in the background. But okay, to love someone you have to be related to them, quote unquote, but not in the sense of biologically, in the sense of how do you relate to them? Do you have similar pursuits and interests? And do you have similar goals? Like, even if you're not rich, or even if your body's not that healthy, what would you do if you were rich? That's a profound question to pose. So, for example, Mr. G might want, he puts a lot of effort and energy into his cats. Me, I feel like that interferes with going in the direction of his future dream mate, quote unquote. Thanks again for the humor, Poe, and Big Jim, of course. Let's see here. Now we're making our way down here. I'm running towards a particular content that I'm trying to capture for the evening. I don't. Thanks. That was funny. Somebody was being friendly to me there. But in any case, make our way here. Let's see. Some people playing a little volleyball action over here. Check out the action over here. Oh, a little fun action going on here. Alright, so in any case, just trying to make my way from point A to point B. Thanks for bearing with me, chats. I'm reading the commentary, acknowledging it. Let's see. Who are you referring to, AC? Thanks, Infinity. True Tech, no, I don't need a fake pussy, I need a real pussy. What? Ooh. Dion, I'm not really into the whole streaming for monetary gains. I like to earn my money in other ways, and plus it keeps my content authentic. I'm not streaming to please any of the donators, like trying to drink alcohol for a donator. I'm just streaming whatever I want. It's authentic. And I'm only streaming when I can, quote unquote, afford to, when I have the time to, when my other needs are taken care of, right? And that doesn't mean that I don't believe in paid entertainment, like being a DJ, movies, all that stuff. But for me, this is just kind of a moment out of my day where I can express things that, I might already express on my channel, my YouTube channel. But that that apparently with IRL I can actually get an audience for. Hello there. I like to be friendly, like to be positive. I'm kind of taking you guys on the ocean side here. We're at a nice view, nice positive atmosphere to try to make it a feel-good experience. Try and make it fun. There's Diamond Head in the background there. One day I'd like to take you guys out on a boat too. But the point being that it's just about my concern with Britain is I don't associate with people who are mentally not there. I think it's not useful because they can't have whole life experiences. Like, it's improbable that he'll ever be able to get a whole life experience of a life partner and everything. So I don't see the usefulness in contributing to his life. I'd rather contribute to his future incarnation. Like, if I were him, I would probably rather not be there. I'd rather be in my. Looks like we got some action going on up here. Lots of people hanging out. This is really nice location. Some musicians playing music right here. This is like the pretty much as good as it gets, guys. Like, $400, $500 a night hotels, some oceanfront, classical Hawaiian music playing. Frick, I need to get these guys on camera. I'm on a public walkway, so I have every right to film in here. Yeah, I'm in the chat, guys. I'm in the chat. Yeah, if I was dressed up fancy, naturally I'd be moving my way in. In the future, you'll see me dressed up fancy, getting some inside shots and all the nice hotels and accommodations here, and also maybe some social events and such. Yeah, I'm pushing the chat. Thanks for the joke, Sonny. So in any case, it looks like the okay. We're gonna make our way. Thanks, Jimmy. Thanks for the humor. Just trying to make some moves here. Make some moves. Don't want to step in the water either. Looks like, whoa, that wave's coming right up. Whoa, that's coming right up. All right, let's see if I can go this way. Let's see here. And how am I going to go from point A to point B? That sidewalk's closed, so I'm going to have to go this way. All right, in any case, guys, here's the deal, guys. Good one, Cletus. Here's the deal. I'm. I don't think I'm perfect. In fact, I'm going to change the subject here. I'm about to get you guys some interesting content. But at the moment, I want to do a little light stream. So visualize me, happy, smiling. By this new hotel under renovation here. You know, stuff going on. But we're gonna do a little light work. There's a Bobcat with no flat tires there. So you know they're making stuff happen. Thanks, Shiesty. Yeah, I like to operate like the Puma. You know, be strong, be stealth when I need to be. All right, so yeah, we're rolling into this direction, guys. We are going to do a little light work, though, a little clarity, help everyone get some clarity. Good one. Oh, dude, this guy's name is Work the Chat. That's my style. You know, this is it's a running commentary where people say what they want, and I express myself. I see what they're saying, offer some counterpoints. You know, it's fun. So let's do ourselves first, guys. If we could just imagine brilliant sphere in your light, incredibly bright white. Aloha, Danny. Look at this nice environment we're going into here. It's a cool little lays. You know, this is really luxurious setting. I'm trying to get to a specific event, though. That's what I'm doing right now. Moving this way. Moving. So we just keep rolling. Tiki toys. And so visualizing light, just have your fingers like this, like a wand, and blast wherever you are. Okay, just blast the immediate proximity if you're in a room. You know, imagine, especially important if you do nothing else during the day, beam yourself periodically, like beam your feet, imagine they in a growing orb of light, and also imagine some more musicians over here.
For the rest of your journey
nice
here.
People over here.
But besides places, we have a lot of songs that are also written for people.
Very cool.
Why is it always talk about a certain person?
All right, so where am I? God, sometimes. All right, you know, so just imagining a brilliant beam, you know, on your feet, and notice the pink hotel here. It's the Royal Hawaiian Hotel. At one point, I'll do a walkthrough when I'm all dressed up nice. In any case, just continue visualizing, please. Remember, you can beam people. Imagine them smiling, receiving the light. You can imagine a beam of light. Like, for example, I can imagine people grabbing the brilliant light and activating their aura. You have to think of it in terms of like how somebody would do, like with a waterfall. They would. You know, with a like grabbing through a waterfall, and you know, just grabbing the waterfall, like Joe Meek, what's his you're at, I'm not sure what you're. Oh, thanks for the advisory. Yeah, well, we're moving along, and I don't know what his agenda is, but I know that I don't intend to be engaging with him because, you know, of our differences. But obviously, I wish him well. I just don't. I'm not into his lifestyle. Here we're passing. Yay! That was fun. We're passing the Cheesecake Factory. Got some nice action going on here. So I'm almost on location where I want to be. But for now, we'll just finish up with the light work. We will. We will. Come on, man. We will see. Let's see what's going down here. Let's see what's going down. Where I'm trying to see if the people that I was expecting to be here are here. It looks like they may not be. Greetings, Mike. That's correct, Cletus. But in any case, you know, I may have to place a phone call. I may have to pause the chat and place a phone call. That's yet to be determined, though. To see if my friends are. I was actually. Well, I won't even say what I was going to do because I don't want to get doxxed. But I'm not seeing them at this time. But in any case, I think it's been a. Thanks for the consideration, Mr. Mike. But you know, the reality being, you know, we have our differences. In any case, thanks, Cam. Sonny, I like what you're saying, but I don't want to be around somebody who's A, drinking, B, pursuing the certain lifestyle that he does. And as you guys know, in public, he's rude to people. He'll try to dominate the sidewalk and different stuff like that. I can't be around. So, you know, and maybe he'll be inspired to change and, you know, try a different take on things. So, we have yet to see. You know, but everything is energy, guys, and energy comes back around. You know. Let's see. So yeah, I'm gonna finish up the light work, and I think I'll call it a. Day. You know, I think I've had enough expression for the day. So. Thanks, Mike. Okay, let's see. Motherfucking bird over here, boy. Somebody's got a parrot. So yeah, I want to do some. You know, I want to do some fun stuff, guys. As far as what do you call is concerned, you know, rapping and fun and stuff, but you know, sometimes you know, I got to keep it serious and be a little formal about what I'm doing. So yeah, my encouragement to everyone is to find space, seek space, and you know, you need room to operate. You need room to feel good and feel like yourself. You know, and to be creative, so you don't feel like you're trying to impress other people or whatnot. So let's continue. Let's do a little more beaming, if we could. Just try beaming a building. Have you ever done that before? Just imagine you're going like this and you're streaking through a building, and people see the light and they're amazed and they grab at it. Let's see. I want to show you guys something though. Little parrot action going over here, right? Little parrot action going on, right? And we got some cool surfboards over here. You know, people checking it out. I want to get a better view of this one. Let's see there. That's cool. You know. parrots here. Some birds. Alright, so let's see. So yeah, instead of blaming they or the government in conclusion for the show, or the Illuminati, whatever you want to call them, just say there's good and bad people operating in the world. Some of them are misinformed, or they're ignorant, or they're just not smart, or they're under the influence, so they do negative things, but they're not actually, they don't have the intention of being bad people, so sometimes it's about intentionality. And whatever, guys. Thanks for watching. And we do a little light work. Oh no shit! HJC took out a knife. All right, so yeah, guys. No, my friend there cruising by. Alright, so guys, check this out here, check this out. Nice stores here. Check out up here, we got some interesting art here. There's these scarves, they sell these scarves. In any case, thanks for the concern, GMF, about the exit strategy. So yeah, just visualizing light, guys. Don't do it for me, don't do it for other people. You imagine people you don't like smelling because it affects you and your mentality, not for the benefit of other people. Although other people might benefit from the positive visualizings. But yeah, just do that. Just imagine that brilliant light. Imagine an orb of light, people grabbing it and smiling. Alright.